Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm going to do a follow-up video to the George Benson collection. I told you guys in that previous video I was going to share with you guys some of what was in the collection. Now, we've had some people at the store take vacation. We've had some folks get sick. I've been buying massive collections lately. I'm hoping to do some videos and show you guys those in the future, but we've been slammed, so I've really only been able to get through a few boxes. But I do have some stuff to show you. One of the cool things about this particular video is I typically never sell stuff outside of the store, but I got inundated with so many emails, so many people wanting to be able to buy some stuff from this collection. I've decided to take some of these items and I'm going to put them on eBay. So if you go to our eBay page, and I put a link down below, it's the In-Groove. Go to eBay, you'll see some of these albums and I'll tell you which ones will be on there right now. Also, some of the stuff has made its way onto Discogs. That link is below as well. You'll notice in the description, it'll say from the George Benson collection. So some of that stuff is on eBay. But the first thing I wanted to show you guys was, this is a sealed copy of Kenny Dorham's Afro-Cuban. This is a United Artists pressing. You could tell by the little insignia there on the bottom left. It is a cutout, but it is sealed. And what is crazy is lately the Liberty and the United Artists pressings have just been going for absolutely insane money. It used to be you could get great deals on these pressings. They were still Rudy Van Gelder cut. They still sounded fantastic, but they have gotten to the point where they're no longer $10, $15 records. I've seen copies, Liberty pressings, go for $2,000 on eBay lately. I mean, it's just mind-blowing what some of these, some of these prices are going for. But this is kind of cool because if you look at the little sticker there, I don't know if you could see that or how well, out of print, $15, collector's item. Yeah, no clue when this was purchased, no clue why it wasn't opened, but a very cool piece, and this is going on eBay. The first few albums I'm going to show you are actually going to be eBay items. Next, we've got Dexter Gordon's One Flight Up. This is United Artists pressing. You know, a lot of these I have originals of, or I have Good Music Matters of. So some of the stuff I decided to keep, some of the stuff I decided to sell. This is still a Rudy Van Gelder pressing, which is what you want to see. When Liberty took over from Blue Note, some of the more popular titles, they had to start recutting, and they did not use Rudy Van Gelder in some of those instances. So the non-Rudy Van Gelder stuff is always worth pretty much quite a bit less to people who know what they're looking for. But I guess in this day and age, some people just go and buy stuff anyways. But great album. This was done as a tone poet here recently. Fantastic record. All right. Another title that is going to go on eBay. This is a Liberty pressing. So late 60s. This is Herbie Hancock's Taken Off. Freddie Hubbard, Dexter Gordon. Fantastic record. This was done as a Blue Note classic. I highly recommend it if you don't have it. All the Blue Note classics, this was done as a Blue Note 80th anniversary. But like the classics, the 80th anniversaries are all done from the original analog tape cut by Kevin Gray. Very similar to a tone poet. They just don't have the participation from Joe. You know, this is a played record. It was very interesting going through this collection because he had this stuff stored back east, unfortunately, and some of it got rained on. So you'd be going through boxes and it'd be just 12-inch singles destroyed by water, and then every now and then something like this would pop up, or it would be something like this would have been water damage. It was kind of disheartening, but at the same time really exhilarating because you didn't know what you were going to find. It was really the ultimate dig. You know, was it 100 boxes in a pile of records? So it wasn't like I was digging in, a storage shed or, a tractor trailer on a farm. It was a nice luxury house in a well-to-do neighborhood, but it was a dig nonetheless because of the way the records unfortunately had gotten damaged. So some of them didn't survive, but. And you got to keep in mind, too, this was a musician's collection. Musicians, I bought in many collections from musicians. Very, very seldomly would a musician, a working musician of the 60s and 70s, You know, they weren't looking at this as a collectible or, you know, a collection of music that they had to take care of and cherish. So very seldomly are you probably going to find an artist collection in tip-top shape. But with a lot of artist collections, they got a lot of stuff for free, and a lot of stuff was given to them that they never got to and never touched. And that's the stuff that you find that's in killer shape. All right, Joe Henderson's Page 1. This is a United Artist pressing. This is going to go on eBay as well. Have an original of this. Have multiple other audiophile pressings. This is a Liberty pressing. Real nice shape on the cover. You know, cover's in pretty solid shape. Record itself. This would be a pretty solid VG plus if not been for one scratch. All right. Now we're getting into some of the better stuff because, yeah, we're getting into some of the stuff I'm going to keep. This I'm undecided on. This is Kenny Dorham's Whistle Stop. I have another copy of this myself, and I am essentially going to just... This is a deep groove. The one I have is, this is a first pressing. I do not have a first pressing of this. I have the same label, but mine is not the deep groove pressing. This is in pretty solid shape. This is actually a real solid VG record, if not been for one scratch on the back. But yeah, nice deep groove. The cover's in really solid shape. Pretty clean. Yeah. 50-50 this goes on eBay. If it's not on eBay this week, it might be on eBay next week. Like I said, I've been so inundated with stuff. I haven't had time to really listen to much here lately. Okay, so this is one I'm going to keep just because I do not have an early pressing of this. This is a Liberty pressing of Art Blakey's Buddha's Delight. Blah, blah. So Liberty pressing, but it's real nice. It's clean. It's in the shrink. Rudy Van Gelder mastering. In the shrink. I'll throw this on the shelf until I get a earlier copy. Yeah. It's going to be some fun listening to, because we're just scratching the iceberg here, folks. The amount of killer private press funk. Forget about the jazz. The jazz is kind of a given almost. You know, you buy George's collection, you anticipate there's going to be some great jazz in there. But a lot of the private press funk and 12-inch singles, the stuff I haven't even to get to, that's where some of the great stuff is going to lie. Okay, this next one is a kind of a trio of records. Weldon Irvine. This is on Nudlow. Pure Pleasure did a reissue of this. Really avant-garde jazz. I dig his first album. It was fantastic. Now, this is one of those records. It has a little bit of wear on the cover. You know, you kind of see, probably just from storage, but the record is unplayed. It's got a little bit of that that splotching you see from certain records that were stored in paper sleeves from the 70s. Kind of almost that chemical reaction. But Liberated Brother, fantastic record. Don't have it in my collection. I have the Pure Pleasure reissue, I believe. But I'm going to add this to the collection. Definitely got to have an original. You know, copies of that are going for, maybe $1,000 in that shape. I've seen some sealed copies recently go on eBay as high as $1,300. But the real clean copies of those, you're still looking at $1,000. All right, and why I say it's a trio is because these next two are Weldon Irvine records as well. This is on Nudlow as well. Time Capsule. This is probably his most expensive, most desirable record, although there's been some copies of this that have gone for more money. This is more consistently a $1,000 record. Again, real nice, in the shrink, kind of an unplayed record. Just has some of that splotching on the vinyl. You can tell it's never been played. I don't know if you can kind of see that on camera. Very, very common. But yeah, this particular record has a lot more, you know, this has more of some spoken word avant-garde stuff on it, which I'm not really a huge fan of, but yeah, still a good record. I'm going to keep it. Not my favorite of his, probably one of his best in all honesty, and it's not the hardest to find, is Cosmic Vortex. It was on RCA, super funky, just that's a fantastic record if you guys have a chance to pick it up. It's got, you know, it's got that Egyptian themed cover on the front. All right. Weldon Irvine, In Harmony. This is on Strata-East, one of my absolute favorite avant-garde labels. A label that seriously needs to reissue whatever they possibly can out of the catalog. One of the things that was unique about this label is the artists own their music. So a lot of this music is kind of master tapes, probably have disappeared to time. But In Harmony, I might have this record. If I have this record, I'm going to put it on eBay in the future. I have to dig. Got a couple of plays on it. Still really, really clean. But fantastic label. One of my favorite. And the last title. Actually, I think this is one that I'm going to put on eBay. Dexter Gordon's A Swinging Affair. You know, this is a plasticite. This is a Blue Note era record, cut Van Gelder. This might actually, I think this is probably a first pressing mono. I'll check it out a little bit more, but this is actually going to go on eBay. You know, VG condition. Pretty solid cover. These covers really held up pretty well if they weren't abused too much. I mean, they were all abused a little bit, but the quality of this cover was second to none in its day. They were fantastic. Heavy duty, laminated. Yeah, fantastic record as well. It's been done many a times. Sonny Clark, fantastic record. Check us out on eBay. Feel free to buy these things for big money because I got a lot of money to recoup from this collection. But yeah, eBay, Discogs, and you can shop online on our website at www.theingroove.com. All right, guys, I'll do another one of these videos real soon. Until next time.